everyone, welcome to my channel, Emily Reads. Today's video is going to be a book haul video. I know it's kind of weird to have a big book haul for the month of September, so early on in the month. However, I went and took a trunk load of books, CDs, and DVDs to a used bookstore, sold them back for $40, then turned around and spent 32 of those dollars on books. And then I had a birthday, and then I also found a stack of books at my local library. Before I go into my book haul, I just want to say, yes, I love reading books. I love the local library. I also love owning books. So do not underestimate using your local library for if they sell books. I have found some amazing books for dirt cheap. I found a hardback Oathbringer for $2. I found a signed copy of The Name of the Wind for $1. So do not underestimate the power of your local library, and not only just for checking out books and the programs that they offer, but also for purchasing your used books. And the nice thing too, when you use your local library for that, they take that money and they use that for programs and events and purchasing more books. So it's a win-win situation. When I was there this past week, I was taking a look through the sci-fi fantasy cart, and the librarian happened to be stocking shelves, and she said, well, what are you looking for? List me some authors. So I gave her my list, and she said, hold on, I'm just going to bring up the cart of fantasy and sci-fi that we still have from downstairs back up here, so you can take a look through them. And I'm so thankful she did. I found some books on that cart. So here we go into my book haul. So the first book I bought, I've already talked about in my TBR video, and that would be The Eye of the World by Robert Jordan. I purchased this I think right before my birthday, I want to say. And I bought it because I have not read the Wheel of Time series, and the Amazon trailer that was released looks absolutely amazing. I cannot wait to dive into this world. But I'm going to have to wait just a little bit because I want to finish Ship of Magic. I have about 100 pages left in that book, and I have some other books that I need to read before I start reading this. Then the next set of books that I bought brand new at Barnes & Noble. The next set of books are going to be the books that I found at my local library. Paperbacks were $1, hardbacks $2. So quite the haul, and I spent $9. So the first book is book 3, Dragon Reborn in the Wheel of Time series. So again, I bought this because I want to start reading the Wheel of Time. I do have book 10 in paperback that I found at the library's used book sale. So I'm slowly acquiring these books. Then the next two books are books 4 and book 6 in the Codex Alera series by Jim Butcher. I don't know too much about the Codex Alera series other than I've heard really positive things about it. And the reason why I bought them is the paperback looks brand new, the hardback looks brand new, $3 each. I figured I could put the other books on my Amazon wish list, and I don't need to start reading that series right away. I'm working through the Realm of the Elderlings by Robin Hobb, trying to work through the Wheel of Time. I want to start Mistborn, so I have some time. I can wait on Jim Butcher, but I can at least start acquiring those books. Then the next book I bought at the library is the Sword of Shinara Trilogy by Terry Brooks. I also don't know a whole lot about this other than I keep seeing his name, I keep seeing stuff about Shinara. It was a trilogy, hardbound, $2. I said, okay, the price is right. I figured I could try it. If I end up not enjoying it and wanting to get rid of it, again, I only spent $2 and I can sell this to a bookstore and get some credit. Then the next were books 2, 3, and 4 in the Great Library Trilogy. So that would be Ash and Quill, Paper and Fire, Smoke and Iron. I know it's books 2, 3, and 4, not the first book, not the 5th book, but they looked brand new. And again, $1 each. And the premise is that the Library of Alexandria has survived. It did not burn down, and they control all knowledge in the world through the power of alchemy, and they have made it illegal to own books. And the main character, Jess, and their family, they deal with smuggling books. So it intrigued me. Then the next stack of books I purchased with store credit that I earned in selling back movies and books and CDs. The first book is Neil Shusterman's Undivided. It's the 4th book in his Unwind series. I have not read the series yet. I loved Ark of the Scythe. I have Unwind. I've had it for a while. I have Unholy that I found hardback, $2 at my library book sale, and this I found the 4th book. I know I still need to get the 3rd book, but the premise of this is that when children hit between like the ages of 13 and 16, families can take their children and basically unwind them and harvest their organs and put them in someone else. The whole premise is creepy and scary, and I really loved the Ark of the Scythe trilogy by him, so I want to read Unwind. The next book is Artemis Grace by Margaret Atwood, and I have not watched the Netflix series. I need to read the book before I watch the Netflix series, and I found this for $2 at the used bookstore, and it looks practically brand new. And this is a story about Artemis Grace, who is convicted of murder, and it's in the 1840s, and from what I understand, she's in an insane asylum. One of my favorite short stories is The Yellow Wallpaper by Charlotte Perkins Gilman. Love it. It is freaky, freaky good. And I've always been fascinated by women's issues, by mental health issues, and just also how horrifically and historically we have treated people with mental illnesses, especially women. So I am intrigued to pick this up. This I'm hoping to read in the month of October. Then I also purchased Skyward by Brandon Sanderson and Starsight by Brandon Sanderson. I don't know too much about this series, other than it's his young adult sci-fi series. I've heard very positive reviews about it on BookTube, and they were hardback, and I had store credit, and I said I need to jump on these while I can, while they're available, because they're cheaper here than they would be somewhere else. Then the next 3 books are books that I got for my birthday. The first book is Fool's Errand by Robin Hobb. So excited to go back and get more of the story of Fitz and the Fool. This picks up some years after the events in the Assassin's Quest, and what's his name? Prince Dutiful disappears before his wedding, and so the Fool comes and charges Fitz with trying to find Prince Dutiful because he needs to go through with his marriage in order to maintain a political alliance. This I won't read for a few months now. I just started, I'm finishing up Ship of Magic. I have about 100 pages. I'm hoping to read that and finish that today. I don't know if I'll be able to. I normally don't bring work home with me during the week. I try to stay late at school and get it done there, so then when I go home, it's my time. Unfortunately, I had some really bad headaches this week, so I did not get as much done as I wanted to at school. So I did bring work home. I have an IEP to write, I have a study guide to write, I have a test to write. So fingers crossed I can finish Ship of Magic. But my goal is to read one Robin Hobb book a month until I finish the Realm of the Elderlings series. And then the next book that my brother gave me for my birthday is The Black Prism. Don't know too much about this series. I do have the second book in paperback. It looks pretty much brand new. Bought it for $1 at the Normal Public Library book sale. I saw it and said, oh, I recognize that from some booktubers, so let me snag it. And I've heard positive things from some booktubers, and so I said, well, why not? So I put this on my Amazon wish list, and my brother purchased it for me for my birthday. And the last book that I got is Rhythm of War by Brandon Sanderson. Now, it's funny because I showed off 2 other books by Brandon Sanderson. I have yet to read anything by Brandon Sanderson. And yet I have the Mistborn Trilogy first year, and I have, now I have all the books in the Stormlight Archives. So I'm really hoping I like Brandon Sanderson. But again, I've heard so many positive things about him from numerous people on BookTube. So I cannot wait to dive into the world of Brandon Sanderson and the Cosmere. I don't know when I'm going to start reading them. Probably 2022, or maybe December over winter break. I don't know yet. Like I said, I need to read Wheel of Time. I need to read at least Eye of the World. I need to read one Robin Hobb book, and I'm trying to finish up the Pop Sugar 2021 reading challenge. I am 7 books away from finishing it, and I've never ever finished it. So that is all for my September book haul. I just wanted to share with you what I've gotten because I have this pile of books and I need to reorganize my bookshelves. There you see my bookshelves behind me. I'm going to have to take, I have Anne of Green Gables in here, that whole series, and that's going to come out and move upstairs to my bookshelf upstairs. I might have to move the Little House on the Prairie books too. This is more of my like classic literature, fantasy, adult contemporary. I do have a bookcase in the corner over there of my living room that has my young adult books. And then I have a bookcase upstairs that has Christian nonfiction, Christian fiction, my Harry Potter books, and some like kids books that I used when I taught. And then I have another bookshelf that has more biblical counseling books upstairs. So that is all. Time for me to reorganize my books and get some work done. I hope that you all have a wonderful week. Thank you.